Why, hello there, pyromancers and pine trees alike. Shams Nelson here from Pen and Blade. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about drawing little digital painting practice, which I think is really fun. This is something I did a while back, and it was very helpful and fun and relaxing, and it even looks cool at the end, I think. So I'm going to show you guys what you can do, and this will help you start getting comfortable with your brush and your settings and light and shadow and a very simple painterly approach to things. So you can just choose any color that you like. So let's choose a different color to go along with these pink rocks, and I'm gonna go with some kind of green, and I'll choose let's choose a medium green, and just block in a shape. That's gonna be our new rock. All right. And since it's a rock, there's no wrong way to do it. And start with a simple shape. And my light source, as you can tell, is coming from here. So I'll add a shadow actually on another layer probably. Oops, done. Um, to keep all the shadow colors consistent maybe. But just to give you an idea, the shadows would be going this direction. Because the sun's coming from somewhere over yonder. Alright? We're not going to worry about that now. Oh, let's get rid of that altogether. Let's go back to our green rock. And let's start to give it some light and shadow. The way you're going to do this is you're going to choose your base color. And for the light, you're going to make it lighter, obviously. And you're also going to make it a little bit warmer. Because we're going to say this is a sunny day, alright? It's a warm. So you're going to go ahead and do that and then start defining the front face of the rock. Alright, and I like to leave it, don't go all the way down, alright? And then let's take the same base color, so I'm using the selector. If you're on Photoshop, you know it's the eyedrop tool. And this should look pretty familiar. And you're going to, so we're going to go select the color, let's select the color. And you're going to make it cooler and darker, and probably desaturated. That's something you can start to mess around with. So I might do that and decide, that seems a little dark. So I'm going to sample a color, since when you choose a brush, the opacity, pressure sensitivity should be on, as well as the size. I think I like both of those to be on. And so I choose a color right here where it's kind of mixed, and then I can come over and be like, okay, let's start a little more subtle like that. We'll get darker, but let's start a little more subtle. And I'm even thinking about the rock it's curving over. Maybe this side curves back, and I can take the eraser tool and cut it back a little bit if I want. And I'm like, just sculpting the rock. Just doing whatever I feel like doing. Give it a crack. It goes like that. There's no wrong way to draw a rock. So if I give it a crack, let's get some of this darker green and put it on the underside. Does that look right? Sure. Now it looks like there's a bottom plane there. Maybe I want that on this side too. So let's more carefully define the bottom plane. Does that look right? Not really. So then maybe I'll just fill it back in and fill this one back in. So that's how you go about and kind of try to experiment. And then the top plane, maybe do I want it to be a little bit darker and a little bit more cool? Just try that. It's interesting. It's almost a little too blue. You know what? What if I come here and I make this one even bluer? Does that look good? Yeah, I actually like the way that looks. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep defining this rock. And you know what? I think I'm going to add another rock. So I'm going to take the main green color, and add a little rock next to it. Alright, I'm going to use the dark color to define one side. Actually, I like to usually start with a light color. And then I've already got a little rock. Our little rock friend. Maybe we could put two little rocks somehow. Like the little rock has got a crack in it. Alright, so let's start doing that. Let's get some of the dark color. I think it could go even darker, even bluer. Let's keep pushing that. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. What do you think? Cool. So now we're getting a good rock. Maybe I want the rock to come back more like this. And then, what if I put another rock right here? Okay, I just covered up what I did, but whatever. Now this rock is casting a shadow. maybe on that rock a little bit. No, that's too much. Oops. Maybe this little rock is casting a shadow like that. And then on this side, we're going to have the shadowy part. Maybe I want to lighten it up a little bit because it's feeling a little strong there. You see what I'm doing? It's just a fun way to start getting a grip on digital painting and the kind of blending. If you wanted to take it further, you could try smudge tool and stuff, but I don't really like that. I like this painterly style. Since I did this on a separate layer, I could put it, let's see what it look like behind. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's like some crazy mountain range. All right. And so then the next thing you might want to do is start playing around with atmospheric perspective. So let's make the background like a, or we can make it any color we want. We can make it a bluish color like the day. I like the yellow because then it reminds us like, oh, we're working with a warm light source. Alright, and so then you can decide to go and make a layer underneath these two, and choose, maybe there are more purple mountains back there, but the purple mountains, like we're gonna sample this color back here, the color of the sky that we decide it's gonna be, and you know what, we want it to be really light. Look at that. You're gonna keep sampling until it gets nice and light. Oh, it's behind, I forgot. And then we can draw in these distant mountain ranges. Okay, hold on. Let's make our mountain range more interesting. And then we might want to have a closer one too. Alright, let's have this one fizzle down here. Alright, so it's like, okay, we got a distant mountain range, and maybe I want to add a little bit of, you see, I feel like we could even make it more distant. We can lighten it up later. Oh, a mosquito. Oh, my knee is itchy. Alright, it's okay. So we can take this color, make it a little darker and a little bluer, a little cooler, and give this mountain some shadow too. And you can see it coming to life right before your eyes. Alright, maybe we want something a little closer to the foreground, so we'll take this color, we'll make it warmer, I think, because it's in the foreground, and then darker and more saturated, and then we can add like a hill here. Oh, but why did we choose that color? We could have made it any color. Alright, whatever. And the rock there. So it's like you're just doing random things, but it's a really fun way to practice. And then now let's give this one some light. So we'll make it lighter, and we make it warmer, which I think will be this way towards yellow. It's a tricky one. Make my thing a little bigger. And then, I don't know. Back another crack. A little more interesting. And we need the darker color, and I think you get the point. Okay, you just kind of keep working at it, keep messing around and trying to figure it out. And then the cool thing is, this kind of thing is applicable, to any kind of painting, I suppose. So it's cool, we got a little thing going on. If you wanted to make a face in the same way, you could take the same colors and think of the face as a sculpture. So you're going to have darker on the eye sockets and under the nose and the mouth and here. You can think of it as like a rock sculpture almost, and then take the lighter one and put that, oops, we need it even lighter and warmer on this direction. The light source is coming from the top, let's say. A little bit, see? And then you just kind of can try to work the same way, and you could zoom in and get into all the details. Oops. And my point is that the technique is applicable to other situations, but it's a lot more chill to do it on some rocks, because you can't draw a wrong rock. And if you do, you just fix it until it looks right, right enough to you. And I was gonna say, like, that's not rock, but it's the same principle. You come in here and you could blend it, and bring some in here, and erase that out, and sculpt in your little head. Cool. So I think that's it. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do this kind of video, but finish your head in this way, and I could do something like that, or what else would be helpful. Until next time, peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.